Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. This is Mindtech. Can everyone hear me? We have 2 viewers. Awesome. Let's go ahead and increase the bit rate of this stream just so we are all hunky-dory. Go up to 5,000. Okay. Oh, that's a nice feature. I can go and change it on the fly. All right. Anyways, we're going to be starting now at 12 p.m. Hey, Drama for Mama. If you don't know, she is my mom. She's going to be tuning in today. Should be nice. Is everything good? Can you hear me? Can you hear the music and everything? Should be able to. If you don't know, she is my mom. She's going to be tuning in today. Should be nice. Is everything good? Alright, is the... Oop, this is not a better volume. Is this a better volume? Right here? Right here. Right here, it should be good. You might need to turn up your system volume too. Here, let me go and look very quickly. We'll be starting though in... looks like about 2 minutes. Should be a fun stream. Should probably turn on my microphone there. There we go. Should be live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mindtech, I guess. This is the first time in a very long time that I've live streamed on my YouTube channel, so it should be a very interesting experience here. I'm kind of interested, to see how well things work. I'm going to go and pull up the chat here very quickly just so I can see what is going on. I should have fixed the no audio issue here. Let's see, I'm gonna just push this right here using Windows 11. Hey, drum. Hopefully this will be a fun one. We'll see how well it goes. Should have the chat working too. I'm gonna mix in a little bit of music. I think that might be nice for the vibe. Tell me if you like that or not, and you know, I can go and adjust that depending. If I'm looking over here too, just so you know, that's where my information is. So I might not be looking at the camera 100% of the time, but that's why. All right, so let's just do a quick test here to see if everything is working. I should have, yep, I should have my Video Ninja camera right here, so I can go and kind of show you around the setup, just a little behind the scenes for you early birds. Let's see. I'd also like to show you, or I'd like to get ready to show you some of these products here. I only have 2 today, but they are definitely discounted right now on Amazon Prime, so I would recommend you check them out. The first one here is the Bluetti Power Pack. Not a complete expert on battery packs by any means, but I mean, this unit is incredibly nice. You have your 600 watt AC inverter right here, pure sine wave inverter. You also have universal uninterruptible power supply built right in, so that allows you to, you know, power your computer, and if there's a power outage, it will automatically switch over to the battery. This was very useful in a power outage that we had a while ago. Like, really nice unit, and what's really nice about it is this display right here that shows you exactly like how much charge it has left and like how much charge it can power certain items for. So like if I were to, let's say, get this battery pack here and try to power that with my Bluetti. Give me 1 second. I'll show you the deal here in a second here. So let's pull this out, get it right into the AC inverter right here. And then just press this power button and it should show that it is charging right there. So you can see. And then you can see right here, it actually isn't taking up a lot. Probably is because the battery is fully charged, but it'll show you exactly like how much it's outputting and how much more time it has on that charge. So that's something I just wanted to go and show you pretty quickly, you know, just to kind of get the reins of the stream started here. Not on the right scene either. I want this one right here. There we go. Looking a lot better there. All right, let me go and show you that deal very quickly. Like, there were some really great power pack deals that I wanted to feature. So, I mean, they have like the really expensive ones on sale, like 30% or 40% off for their highest end model here. But the one that I have on my desk right now is currently $200 on sale, 43% off. So an incredible value that you're getting. You're getting the inverter, which alone would probably cost you about $50. This does solar charging built right in. You don't have to get a solar charger. You can just plug it directly into the unit. And plus, it has, like I said, you know, the display and everything, but it also has your wireless charging output, which is really nice if you're going camping or something like that. Highly, highly recommended product right here. Not sponsored in any way either, just so you know. I'm gonna go and share it with the chat, just in case you want to check that out. Great Amazon Prime Day deal right now. So, I'm not too familiar with YouTube right now. It says I have 2 concurrent viewers right now. So I'm assuming that is, just in case you want to check that out, great Amazon Prime Day deal right now. How many folks are in the chat right now? So, is this a real deal? Yes, it is definitely. I mean, I guess you'd have to define real for me, but I would say that it is definitely a good deal right here. Definitely worth your money. $200 is going to get you pretty far here. Can we look at it on Camel? Well, sure, let's do that. I think I understand what you're saying now. So, One website that I just recently learned about was this Amazon Price Checker, and I'm going to be using it throughout the stream to really show you whether or not something is actually a good value. So if we look at the Bluetti here, the top of the chart is going to be around $300. So they claim it's normally $350, and it looks like that claim is kind of a lie, to be honest with you. Actually, it does not have any Amazon price history. Interesting. Huh. I actually wonder why that is. No Amazon price history, so I don't really know exactly how much it went for. But you can see the low end of the price used was $236 here. And the lowest it has ever been is $209, and that was back in May. So if we look at the price now, $199, that's still a pretty good value here. So I would definitely recommend picking up this deal. Alright, so are there any like products that you guys in chat would like us to look at, or anything like that? I could go and show you the second product that we have here already. I'll go and load it up right here. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with let me switch to my camera here. Don't know if you guys are familiar with like home security systems and such, but the one that we've decided to use, and we have it, I think I even have one in this window here. It's called Blink, and it all just kind of syncs together. You have the sync module that will store your files locally, and you can use their app to go and see if anyone is at your front door or anything. It's, you know, it's a very seamless experience to set this stuff up. And we right here the Blink wired floodlight camera on sale for half off. So this is a brand new product that they just released, and it's normally on sale for $100, and for $50 this is an incredible value. So you get I believe a 1200 lumen light here built right in. And then you get a 1080p, probably around 30 frames per second camera that's built right in, that also supports IR. It has an IR blaster built in, so it can do night mode there. It's very easy to install. You just hook the wires up as you would if you're wiring any other light or socket or anything like that, and runs right off of your house power. And you know, it has, you know, very relatively clear camera, and what we really like about it is that it has a very wide field of view, so you can capture a lot of stuff in with that camera. And it's motion activated only if a person walks in front of it. They have a computer vision model tuned to that, so you know, if a cat walks by or whatever, it isn't going to notify us that there's an intruder or anything like that. So we've only had it for a few days, but for $50, like, that was again a really good deal. Is there anything smaller, like pocket sized? I'm not sure if Bluetti sells anything like that, but it would be nice to see if they have any battery pack deals. Let me go and search that up very quickly. I know that we are watching the Deal Guy, I think, on YouTube, and I don't unfortunately have any footage of the Blink wired floodlight camera. Just don't want to show anyone our backyard or anything like that. Let's see. I actually haven't looked at any of these yet, so I think that would be a good way to start. I'm gonna say $10 to $25 here. I think that would be a good price range. And then I definitely want to find only Amazon Prime deals. Like, the way that you can see, it's going to have a big red label, like right here. Hold on, I don't think I have that. Never mind. Oh, I do. It's going to have an Amazon Prime Day label right here that will let you know. There are some things that aren't on sale today, and I mean, I guess if it's a good price, you might as well buy it, but I mean, for me, it's like, I want to, if I'm shopping Amazon Prime, I want to try to get the actual Amazon Prime deals, you know. Hold on one second. So, I think for me, I'd want something that's at least like 30,000 milliamp hour. I think I actually saw someone demoing this Fiki solar charger right here. Yeah, Anker is generally regarded as one of the best in class for this sort of use. I mean, this one looks somewhat interesting. I don't know for me if I would actually need like a solar panel built right in, but this has an LED light, like very rugged, you know, like for an emergency bag or for camping or something like that. 10.5 hours to charge, so not the best fast charging at all. Like, that's actually a long time to charge up such a small battery pack. IP67 waterproof. I mean, for only 17% off, I wouldn't say that's a great deal. Let's see, what else do they have? Position here very quickly. Alrighty, there we go. Oops, looks like I accidentally clicked on something. Here's another thing: if you're shopping on Amazon Prime Day today, always check to see if there is a coupon with the product that you're looking at. So like with this one, when you're browsing, you're like, well, okay, it's $20 for 38,000 milliamp hour. Not great. That's already 20% off, mind you. But then see here, you get an extra 10% off if you snip that coupon. Might be advantageous too to sign in. But I mean, you don't get to see the price until you sign in, but it's just some simple math. So I should probably have a calculator up already. Let's see. Yeah, so this is $18 overall for this battery pack, so keep that in mind. This one has 2 USB-A's, 1 USB-C, outputs at 5 volts, 3 amps. Yeah, again for this one, I know it's impressive that they're packing in that many milliamp hours in with kind of such a small package, but kind of curious what people have to say. Totally useless. Couldn't even charge a tablet 25. Well, it kind of depends on the tablet that you're using, right? Like, there's some pretty rugged tablets and others aren't as rugged. I used this craptastic battery pack to first charge my tablet, beginning when the tablet was down to about 40%. I put it in my backpack and connected. Okay, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna need to change where my microphone is. Just give me 1 second. I cannot see the screen at all. So you gotta get all this stuff fixed before anyone shows up and and then it'll be a better experience. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Looks like some people are okay with this, some people aren't too happy with it. You know, I think it kind of depends. Battery packs are kind of a touchy thing, but I would like to see if there's anything specifically from Anker. I think that would give us a better experience here. See, Anker, you know, they sometimes charge, I think, a bit too much for their products, honestly. Like, this one is only 5,000 milliamp hour. You know, it is compatible with MagSafe, but it just isn't really priced that well. This one, they took off, what, $5? Like, not really anything. Hold on 1 second. I am going to go and check on something. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna switch to this one right here. Sorry about that, never mind. Okay. Let's see, so this one looks like one of the only deals, but only 20,000 milliamp hour. So again, not really priced that well, in my opinion. Well, let me turn up my volume right here. Get a bit more on that microphone. Let me try to start refining this search a bit. I want only, you know, greater than 20,000 milliamp hour. I don't know if they have anything over here to refine that search, but I think it'd be kind of a waste of money. Like having a small lightweight unit for days when I'm away from my... Yeah, definitely. I know we just recently purchased one that looked somewhat like this. Right here. Definitely not that expensive. Like, I don't remember paying $60 for it. But, you know, it was pretty similar. And I think what's nice about this, too, is that, you know, it has USB-C ports built right in that support 65 watt charging. Like, I think the built-in Apple adapter for, like, the MacBook Airs and stuff is only about, like, 30 watts or something like that. So, realistically, this one would definitely deliver a good amount of power here. Yeah, this one can power a Dell laptop and, you know, those Windows laptops. Bit heavy. Well, you know, it's going to be heavy because it has a lot of stuff built in. I'd rather a battery pack be heavier than, or denser than anything else. You know, this is an Inu brand, so I've never heard of them before. But 25% off. Like, not a bad deal right here. Let's see the price history for this one. 2,500 milliamp hour. What is the advertised weight? Let's see. Does it even advertise it? Charge all my devices. You can get via one USB-C output. It claims that you can get 1.3 charges on 14-inch MacBook Pro, probably with the M2 built in. Yeah, this one looks like a lot better of a product than what we were seeing. Let's see. 14.9 ounces, so yeah, not that heavy either. It's probably because it's going to be a lot denser than what some people might expect. Let's check out the camel for this one. So $60. You can see not much of a deal. Typically goes on sale for about $60. So I mean, if you're like feeling pressured, you know, to take advantage of a deal like this, I wouldn't really worry too much. Like, it's pretty standard, you know. That being said, I'm not saying it's a bad deal. I'm just saying that, like, it was just at $60, like, back in March or something like that. I'll share this one with you guys, though, just so you can take advantage of it if you'd like. Here we go. Ooh, too many characters to put in chat. My goodness. See, that's why I wish that, like, URL shorteners would not be as kind of scammy as some of them are. Hold on, let me get this. This is going to have to be part of my workflow, I think. I don't want to have to create a freaking account to shorten a URL too. That's another complaint. I think this one will work just fine. Let's see. Do you know where that new charger is? Oh, I believe it's probably in with all the other chargers in the dining room. Let's see. Yeah, so that short URL should take you to this Amazon place. Bitly now is like charging to use their service. I don't know what the heck. That's kind of frustrating, but let's see if there's anything else here. You guys liking the battery packs, or would you like to see something else going on? Like, here's one right here. Slim for $22. I guess the reason why I'm looking more towards the bigger ones is because that's going to allow you to like charge up a laptop or something like that. This one here advertises 100 watts at 30,000 milliamp hours. Yeah, I went to use Bitly a while ago, and it was having like doing like that, and I didn't want to make an account. I didn't want to do any of that, so I don't know what's going on with it. Claims that it will charge up a MacBook Pro 16-inch in 37 minutes. That would be quite a feat, honestly. 2 devices simultaneously, that's not much of a thing. This one is normally $71 apparently, and now it's $55 or $56. Let's see. Let's go and check this right here. It has actually gotten, okay, it's never gotten down to 55. And if I broaden my scope here, looks like it was first seen around December. So yeah, this is definitely a pretty good deal right here. Although my camera turns off after 40 minutes. It is not a mirrorless. I remember streaming a long time ago. I always had to go through this dance. But recording equipment, what I recommend? You mean for like teachers, or like what do you mean by that? Yeah, so it claims that it has safety or whatever. 83 watt PD out. I'm not really sure what that means. What kind of ports does it have? Let's see. Let me go down here. Looks like a lot of people are trying to advertise the Steam Deck too now. That works with them. Only 2 ports on this one. Yeah, I mean, I would recommend trying to have a few more ports on a battery pack, especially if you're paying this much. I mean, I think for teaching, you'd really want something that is very, you know, like set it up and go or something like that. So probably like a webcam or something. So far, everything in my cart that I have to build my new PC, none of it is on sale. Oh my goodness. Nerdy Organist, I like that name. That is unfortunate. I know I've seen some deals for the Intel 12th generation Alder Lake that actually look pretty good. Like, I'm starting to consider them. I'm not sure if I want to build a new system or yet. Just kind of trying to see how much it might cost. But the 12th gen Alder Lake, let's see. Yeah, so for the i7 12700KF, it's currently on sale for $220, so that is definitely the lowest price they've ever had. I know before Prime Day, though, they had, before Prime Day they had a coupon that got it to the same price. So this will give you, like, you know, like, honestly, a lot of really great features from this. You have 4 efficiency cores, 8 performance cores, and I mean, it's definitely comparable to like the Ryzen 9 5900X, I believe, which is also on sale. And that's what Drama for Mama is asking. Are you sold on Ryzen or will you change brands? Still kind of on the fence about that too. Like, I believe this one is honestly a really good deal. Let me try to share this in chat for you. I'm not sure. Nerdy Organist, like, what kind of parts are you looking for? Like, what's your budget? Maybe we could go and try to see what deals they might have around there. So why am I considering Intel? It's really just for that price, to be honest. Because, I believe technically this Ryzen 9 5900X is the more performant chip. Like, it has a smaller process, so it takes up, you know, less power and stuff. It's more efficient. And plus, it has 24 threads, whereas I think the, this is not completely hyper-threaded, the 12700KF. So I think it only goes up to about, like, 20 threads or something like that. And I think the AMD chip also has a bit more cache. But what kind of scares me about this is that it's already almost a 3-year-old chip. like, because AMD kind of does their generations in a weird way. So although it is only just last gen, just like the 12th gen Intel, it's still going to be older. So I don't know if I really like that. I think that would be kind of cool if we could end the stream with like maybe a couple computer builds at different budgets. I haven't done that in a really long time. Like, to be honest with you, I've kind of fallen a bit out of touch, but I mean, I still think that I know what's going on. Haven't built a system in almost 10 years. Yeah, it's been, I think, 6 years for me, so I'm definitely holding out. Do a lot of video editing for cable TV, so anything will be an improvement. Currently running an i7 40 or 4570. Yeah, definitely. Like, you've been holding out for a while. But I mean, those, you know, 4th generation Intel Core chips were fantastic. Like, I remember even like in, you know, 2017, people were still talking about you know, building with like the 4790K and parts like that. Like, they were just powerhouse of chips. You have a Ryzen 5 5600. Okay, so you have a combo. And I haven't really looked at those too much right now. I've kind of just been seeing what the independent parts are. But I know for that price, how much would a 5600 cost? Let's see. Ryzen 9, oh, it's Ryzen 5. There we go. Okay, so your part is about, what, $140 for the CPU? And then I'm assuming the motherboard would probably be, you know, another like $80 or so. I kind of am curious I know that I saw some Intel chips priced around there. I'm definitely not subscribed to any camp though. Like, to be honest with you, I have never built an Intel system. Like, I've never I've been completely AMD all my life. And that's really just because they've always had the better value, but I'm not sure if that's really the case anymore. So yeah, so here, this one is the i5 2400F. This does not look like a Prime Day deal, to be honest. Hold on, let me check real quickly. Oh, I definitely just put it into the wrong website. So if you just tuned in, Nerdy Organist, the website that I'm using to see if these are actually good deals is camelcamelcamel.com. Really easy to remember. Like, what kind of website is called Camel? But is it better to, I guess it really depends. Like, you know, if you can get the individual CPU for better and maybe switch to like a lower end motherboard or something like that, that might be competitive. Yeah, I see where you're going. I mean, AMD nowadays is a fantastic platform. Like, you know, they run really cool. They have like smaller dies physically in the CPU, so that makes it so that they run cooler than Intel, and they also consume less power. Generally, like, you might have some variation on the specific CPU, but I know for what I'm looking at, the AMD system would perform better. Yeah, I actually do have a vintage system sitting on my desk right now that I'm using to get tapes off of this old camera. Like, it'll only work under like Windows XP, so I guess you could kind of consider it my hobby. So this one isn't really on sale specifically, but it's still not a horrible deal. Last generation, I know for me, I never really like to look at the latest generation because it's like they cost so much, and typically the performance compared to last gen is so small. One consideration for me though is DDR5 memory. Like, I know it's typically clocked at like 5,000, 6,000 megahertz, which is a lot faster than the DDR4 memory that I have in my system right now. And I mean, I'd like to kind of just future-proof the system, you know, just make it so that I have the latest memory, latest SSDs, all of that. And the only thing that I'd really have to upgrade for the next 6 years would be the video card. Can you show us that system? The Windows XP setup. Would you like to see it? I could switch to my camera here very quickly. It's kind of a mess, but yeah, doesn't matter. I'll just put this down. There we go. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Trying to deal with the new features of iOS. Sometimes they can be kind of annoying. There we go. It is definitely working. So here is that vintage system that I was talking about right there. It's not booted on right now, but the reason why it has to be this way is because I need to have a FireWire card, which is probably something you haven't heard of in a very long time. But this is the only cable that connects to that camera, so that's what I'm working with here. And I'm currently working with a Ryzen 7 1800X with a 5700 video card from AMD. And I mean, it's a really great system still, but I'm just, again, like I was saying, future-proofing is definitely something that I'm concerned about right now, because it's already getting on to, like, I think 6 years since I built it, and I think 7 years since the chip was even released, so I don't know why I just positioned this as my camera. I mean, it's definitely getting on, and, you know, I just want to make sure that I'm not losing out on anything, you know. Anyways, yeah, that was the Video Ninja. I just released a video last month about that. So, I mean, other than that, yeah, and that's definitely a nice thing. Like, when you incrementally upgrade your system over the years, like keeping the hard drives, keeping the power supply and stuff, that's, I've done that. Like, I think I have the same case that I built back in like 2016 or something. Like, that's what's nice about having something that's upgradable, unlike like a MacBook or something like that. Oh yeah, they definitely did. Definitely. And the scalpers too. Like, there were people that went and bought up chips and then sold them at, you know, a really high price, and it was unfortunate. 1987 PS2. Wow. You know, that's quite a nice system you have there. Like, you know, they're very sought after. Like, honestly. Like, do you have like the monitor and stuff like that too? Like, that's definitely where you want to go. Like, hobbyist vintage gamers and stuff, like we love that kind of stuff. All your storage is on a file server, so you just need CPU, motherboard, RAM, and I know SSDs too. I was just in the market for one like 3 weeks ago, and they have really come down in price, and there's some really good deals too. I don't know if you've parted one out yet, but I believe it's the Gen 4 PCIe drives. They've really come down in price. This is the one that I actually purchased here, which has also gone down in price significantly. I paid like $95 for this. Actually, no, never mind. I think I did pay $65. So, for a Generation 3 SSD, you can pick up like 2 terabytes of NVMe flash storage for like well under $100, which just amazes me because I spent like $120 for half a terabyte 2 years ago. So I mean, there's some really good deals here. You can even get it from brand names like Samsung and stuff. Like this one here from Western Digital. Let's see if this is a good deal at all. This claims that it's normally $180 for this drive, and right now it's on sale for $100, so you know, you're saving $80. All right. I just can't believe that they've gone down that much. Is that a SATA drive though, or an NVMe? Because I would definitely recommend okay, yeah, first M.2 drive. Definitely worth the upgrade. I mean, they are just buttery smooth. Like it's night and day difference. Like loading in your games and stuff like that, like fantastic. And if you choose a motherboard too that has multiple ports, like I mean, it's come down to the price point where you could honestly store all of your games on M.2 NVMe drives, which is just, it amazes me, honestly. Like this one here that I just found out, started its life in September 2022 at $290, and then something happened and it just soared down, and looks like the lowest price advertised was $134, and now it's down to only $100. Like, fantastic deal there. Heck, if you win $30 more, you could get I think this is Gen 4. You probably don't need a Gen 4, because I don't even think the 5th generation Ryzen would even take advantage of that. But like for $30 more, you could step up to double the storage, Like, I just can't believe that they've come down this much. Yeah, but are there any other like specific like parts or anything? Let me just look at AMD deals here. And I found too that just looking up products is generally better on Prime Day than trying to look at like the general categories and stuff, because sometimes they just don't really list the deals that well. Yeah, so this one is a 5600X, 6-core, 12-thread. It claims that it's normally $309, and now it's listed for $133. I'm sure though, if the combo is $230, then I'm sure that this is probably about how much you'd be spending, so probably not a great deal for you. And like these combos here even are a lot more expensive. So like honestly, Nerdy Organist, I'd say that you have a pretty good deal already. Like even if it isn't specifically a Prime Day deal, I believe all the X allows you to do is overclock the chips, so if you're not like messing around with voltages and stuff, like, I mean, it's definitely worth just sticking with the 5600. Just don't pay the extra money, right? Like if you're not going to take advantage of it. Let's see. I know for me too, I know I was showing this one earlier, the 5900X. I've been eyeing that for a while. Like, when I see that it's gone from 275 or from 570 down to 275, I'm like, holy crap, that's a really good deal. But I think realistically at the beginning of the summer it was about $320 or so for like the top of the line Ryzen 9. So I mean, this is still a really good deal, 52% off, which is just, it's incredible if you really think about it. But I'm still kind of on the fence about AMD or Intel. Like, I think I might, if I build a new system, I think I might give Intel a chance. Well, what a core is going to do for you is allow you to do more things at once. So, like Nerdy Organist, you said that you edit videos and stuff. Like, that can come in really handy when you're going to, like, render your project out. I know, actually, do you have, like, oh, actually, let me read this right now. Budget is limited, or else I'd be upgrading my 1080 Ti to something newer, but luckily I can do that at a later date. And you don't really game, just video editing, DaVinci Resolve. And one thing to consider too is like video cards are now really good for video editing. Like when I purchased my RX 5700 back like 3 years ago or so, all it did was play games, right? Like, whoop-de-coo. For, if I'm not playing a game, it's not doing anything else. But now it actually optimizes my timeline in Premiere, so that allows me to not have to wait for the CPU to do all that work. Although it isn't like perfect, like it only uses about 15% of the GPU or whatever. It definitely speeds things up, and it definitely speeds up rendering. But it like depends on the codecs and stuff that you're using too. But getting more cores is definitely good for video editing. Like, how does that compare to Intel? I mean, I would say that Intel kind of trades blows with it. Let me try to get to like a benchmark site. I know people don't like user benchmark, so I probably shouldn't use it on stream. I mean, if I'm honest with you, yeah, I have used it in the past just to kind of get a gist, of how stuff performs. Let me load up. Let me just do i7 12700K versus Ryzen 9 5900X. There we go. Oh, and one other thing that I wanted to mention that I completely forgot about, make sure to check other stores and other websites today and tomorrow. Like, it's not just Amazon that does these sales. Like, it's basically all over the board. It's kind of become like a Black Friday, honestly, which is really nice. Let's go to that dreaded website that everyone hates here for a second and just kind of get a gist. So on the right is the Ryzen, and on the left is the Intel. If I remember, though, I think people didn't like it because they do not like AMD on this website, so they kind of bias the results a bit. I mean, I think what Intel really performs better at is things like or single core tasks. AMD typically has more cores, so that allows it to scale better, but if the application isn't really optimized for that, then it won't really help. Oh, you found me from my Space Desk video. That's awesome. Alright. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Nerdy Organist. That's awesome. I mean, honestly, I haven't used Space Desk in a while, but I know it's a really cool app. Like, one thing I use all the time with my MacBook now is the Sidecar, which works kind of like it, but it doesn't require you to install anything. But yeah, I'm so glad that that helped you out, honestly. Like, I just find random apps that I think are cool, and I just say, just give it an install, see if it works, and if I think it's cool, then I make a video about it. So, I never really know whether it actually helps people out or not, so I'm glad to hear that it did help you out. But yeah, you can see from these benchmarks that, like, the Intel here is definitely outperforming things in benchmarks. I'm not really sure what benchmarks they're doing here. It's just saying average speed. I think it's actually probably the user benchmark test suite that they use. I'm not sure if they did any testing in games either, but let's see. Yeah, so definitely an advantage with this Intel. And when you look at like gaming performance, I know I'm probably going to break 272,000 copyright laws here, but I'll just pause it. This is courtesy of Jared's Tech, so thank you, man, for making this video. Looks like he has some pretty useful benchmarks here. So the first one is Cinebench. You can see Intel is also outperforming. I'm guessing I can't use my i5 heatsink. Yeah, it does have a different, like a different mounting point and stuff like that. So yeah, you are gonna have to change it out. I'd recommend just sticking with like a Noctua air cooler though. Like I have a water cooler in my system right now, and when I build a new one, I'm just gonna go back to air. Like, it doesn't really offer a incredible advantage, you know, and it just costs more. I actually wonder if they have any deals on Noctua. Let's see. It looks like they do not, unfortunately. But I mean, I've heard, you know, very good reviews of like their fans and stuff. Like they're really quiet. They move a lot of air. Like really rock solid heat sinks. Yeah, more than likely what you're getting is just like the stock cooler, which, you know, it honestly I think it would probably be fine for what you're doing. Um, like when you really want to upgrade is if you're doing like gaming for really long periods of time and stuff like that. But yeah, the one that comes in the box should be, you know, okay. Like, you know, I doubt you're gonna be like overclocking the chip and stuff like that. So I mean, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Like, yeah, if it does overheat and stuff, like after you've used it for a while, then you know, like a probably just a $50 or so heatsink will probably be fine. But yeah, I wouldn't really try to jump on one like right now, you know, especially if they don't have any deals. We have used the Amazon price to get a good deal on a TV at Best Buy. We did do that too. Like I think it was back in 2016 or so. Like we saw this like awesome deal, like a lightning deal on like a curved 4K Samsung TV. You know, back in the day it was pretty freaking cool. You know, today it's $100 TV, but you know, back in 2016, man. But completely sold out on Amazon, and you know we are pretty disappointed. So we headed over to Best Buy, and they actually, if I'm remembering correctly, I think they actually price matched Amazon. You know, there might be some different terms and conditions there, like, you know, depending on what they might accept. But like we were able to still get a pretty good deal. And I think since then they've now recognized more and more that, you know, if they want to compete with Amazon, they're going to have to give deals on Prime Day. But yeah, I mean, maybe even something like this would probably work well for you. Just make sure you're getting it with the AMD AM4 compatibility. If you stick with the Ryzen 5 that you were looking at, like anything that says AM4 on it should work perfectly fine for you. Yeah, but as I was saying, let's hop on to Newegg for a second and see what kind of deals they might have. There does seem to be a good deal on the Roku soundbar. It was. Oh wow. That does actually look like a good deal. You know, that's what I should do, honestly. Like I never really thought about that, but like just keep stuff in your cart and see if it goes on sale, and if it does, give it a buy. Like that's a good idea. Good lord. I'm sorry, I know this is kind of off topic. Well, not really. I mean, it's on sale too. $240 for an 18 terabyte hard drive. 18 terabytes in a hard drive? Like, this much space? 18? That is just crazy. Crazy. Like, I'm holding a hard drive from August of 2006, and it has 164 gigabytes in it. Like, man, how technology has changed. That is just incredible. Anyways, that is off topic. Let's see what the best deals they have are. I mean, they do have a bit of a deal on Intel, but let's just see. So I'm not really interested in looking at like the super top of the line stuff, like the latest gen. I just don't think you're going to get the best value there. Well, I mean, here's one. I'm not really sure if this is actually a deal because it's not really showing me the original price. But for $184 you could pick up Ryzen 7 5700G. Not really sure what the G means for you, but I mean, it definitely would. It would have, I think, 2 more cores than the Ryzen 5, and probably a bit of a better clock speed. Might be a consideration. I know they have like so if you're looking at 57, like the 5000 series and below, that's going to all be AM4. So it's all like the same. It basically looks the same. Like if you look at the like the pins on the CPU and stuff, it's all going to be the same because they're all compatible. But I mean, as you move like further on with the 7000 series, then that's when you're going to have to get like a different motherboard and stuff. So definitely a more economical option just to stick with 5th gen. Hold on 1 second. My camera just went out. Alright. So I would say no, they do not compare right now. Here's that AMD chip that I was looking at earlier. Now they want on Newegg $600 for it. They want $270 for this on Amazon and $600 for it on Newegg. What the heck, man? That is not a good deal. Not a good deal at all. Let's see. Any other options here? 5500. Okay. So this is not as... but it isn't on sale either. Like, they don't really have any sales here. Let me just try to view, like, the general sales and see if there's anything good going on. Well, actually, maybe this is a good deal for Nerdy Organist. This one, 1 terabyte for $35. You said you were looking at one for, I think, like $25 or so. So, you know, about $10 more will get you twice the amount of storage. Like, that might be something you want to look into. I'm not sure if Camel do price history, but let me actually look on Amazon real quickly. So it is not the Gen 4, so it isn't going to give you like the ultra fast speeds, but like I was saying earlier, I wouldn't really worry too much about that. And look at that, it's same exact price on Amazon. Good lord. Yeah, but this might be something to consider though. Let me see if I can paste it. Nope. It does not want to. Is there a concern with SSDs when... I would say just look at the reviews. Like for this one here, like it gets a 4.6 out of 5. I mean, I'm sure some people have had problems with like defective products and stuff, and you know, you might have better quality control when you look at a better brand name, but like I purchased like a off-brand drive for my system, and I've only been using it for like 3 weeks, but I haven't had a problem at all. I would say, you know, if you're doubling the storage for like only $10 more, I'd say that that's worthwhile, but you know, I mean, I can't definitively say like, you know, whether or not it's gonna last, but I mean, I'm personally not too worried about it. Let me send this to you, actually. I don't know if you'd be interested or not. Oh, goodness me. I have to do the CAPTCHA. Did I get all the bridges? I think I did. Hopefully. Actually, well, this one is on top of a bridge. Will that count as, like, a bridge? Or... I'm gonna go for it. There we go. I think that was the right choice. Okay. Here you go. Alright. I'm just looking at the Newegg front page right now just to see if there's any like flashy good deals. They have an outdoor tent. Interesting. I did not know that Newegg sold these. I thought they were like all about technology. Then let me look at. So it says today's best deals ending soon. Goodness, I was talking about that 18 terabyte drive. This one is 20 terabytes in a single drive. Oh, and I did see a couple deals on memory too, now that I'm looking at it right here. So, I mean, what I'd recommend for memory is to keep the modules, you know, pretty big, like at least 16 gigabytes per module, because that way that'll, you know, give you room to grow. Like typically what I do is, if I'm building a new system, I'll try to get 2 modules, because when you're running them in parallel, that actually increases the performance. But that way you're not like filling up your entire motherboard, you know, just in case you want to upgrade. Buy drives in 2s. Maybe I should also look into upgrading storage. Yeah, I would definitely say now is the time. And I mean, I was going to, like, I think a year ago I made a video about this like off-brand refurbished drive that I purchased. I would not recommend that at all. Like you can find some really good deals for, you know, fairly high capacity drives that are refurbished. Definitely would not recommend it. I mean, it's worked perfectly fine, but it just kind of freaks me out, to be honest. No, but like, yeah, especially on Newegg. Like, I didn't really see any of the hard drive deals on Amazon, but let's see if this Western Digital has anything like a lower capacity. Looks like it only, the lowest capacity they sell is 14 terabytes apparently. I know like 3 weeks ago when I upgraded my storage, I picked up whatchamacallit, I picked up Western Digital 3 terabyte, and I had to get a 3 terabyte because of the RAID array that I was doing, but I believe it was the WD Blue, yeah, $55. I mean, they've worked fine so far, like they're not too loud or anything like that. Yeah, and that was the big consideration too, like sometimes you can get a drive that has been used like, you know, way too much, and you're paying the same price as you would for a drive that hasn't been used at all, so yeah. Yeah, 32 gigs of memory for $63. Yeah, I'd say that's a good deal. I know though, I was looking at DDR5 memory this morning, and there were some pretty good deals on that, but I mean, I was specifically looking at I think, yeah, 64 gig modules here. I'd personally avoid buying off-brand memory, like might as well just get Corsair or something like that. Over 70,000 hours, but they're backed up. Okay. I know I was setting up my storage and stuff, and I was like, you know, I better do a backup, right? Like, I better do, well, actually, I was considering doing redundancy and stuff, and I mean, I know everyone on the internet will tell me that, yeah, I made a poor decision, but, like, I lost, like, a drive and a half when I decided to do RAID Z1, I believe. Like, I'm using a ZFS array on my data storage, and like I lost almost 4 terabytes of storage to redundancy, and I was like, well, I mean, at that point I'd probably need to add another drive to the array, but I don't have any room in my case. So I mean, currently I'm rocking a RAID 0 array. Definitely not the best idea, but I will back it up. Like, I'm gonna get a backup server online before too long here. But anyways, I would like to see, though, Like for memory, I would just stick with like G.Skill or Team Group or Triton or something like that. But I swear there was like some pretty good deals. Yeah, like right here. This claims that it's a Prime Day deal. Normally $70, now it's $51. You get two 16 gig kits, so like if you're getting a motherboard with 4 modules, like, you know, you just buy more of that and you can upgrade it. Not exactly sure the use case for this though. Like this honestly looks like workstation memory, but non-ECC, so you don't necessarily need ECC for like a workstation. Might be nice, but let's see. Supports XMP 2.0. Okay. 3200 mega transfers per second with XMP. Okay. Let me put this in camel to see if this is actually a good deal. Actually, yes. Yeah, so I don't know if you'd be interested in getting more of like a professional oriented stick of memory, but this one would save you about $10 or $11 even. Buy yourself a dinner with that. File server is a Xeon Windows server without RAID, just as nightly backups to. Okay. Yeah, I mean, and as long as you're backing up your data, like, you know, yeah, you might lose, 3 hours of work or something, worst case scenario, but I mean, typically it's a pretty safe bet. But I know for me right now, I'm kind of running in the danger zone, like especially considering that I don't have a UPS on my server, like, it's kind of dangerous, but I think I'll be okay. I don't have like incredibly important information on it, and if I do, I think it's backed up somewhere else already, so I mean. One cool thing though that I've been toying with is file history. So like I have it so that I can go to like previous versions of my drive and view like old versions of my files and stuff. And I was able to like configure that in the Linux setup that I'm doing, but I mean, it is kind of confusing, but I mean, it's been working pretty well so far. Like, I haven't lost too much performance to it. Anyways, let's see. So I was toying with the idea of parting out a system, so let's actually start to do that. Let me do my Intel system. Like, assuming I upgrade to that Intel CPU, let's part that out. So I'm going to grab this 12700KF. Let me get my PC part picker up too. Haven't done this in a very long time. Alright. Take a sip of water. So how do I actually work this thing? I wonder if it shows you like deals on Amazon or something here. Oh, what do you need to search? You don't really need to search anything right now. Like, I'm just going to part it out on my own. Yeah, so this one says that the chip that I'm looking at is 250. But for me, it would be... Oh, no, that's the K, not the KF. Hold on. Yep, 120. There we go. Add that to my system. Let's get a motherboard here. Hey, Ripstop. Nice to see you there. Saw some UPS on Prime Deal. Well, alright. Let's look at it, actually. Might as well. I know I was actually, right before the, like, right when I started the stream, I was showing off... Let me switch to my thing over here. Looks like my camera also went frozen. That's beautiful. Oh goodness. What am I doing? Okay. I was actually showing off this unit here, which does a UPS. It's the Bluetti 268 watt hour battery pack, which is on sale for half off right now on Amazon Prime Day. Like, a fantastic deal in my opinion. Like, we've been really happy with ours. It has wireless charging on the top, and it does 100 watt USB-C charging. Like, it has a lot of features, UPS, things like that. But I don't really want to use it as a UPS though, because like I don't want to add too much extra wear and tear to like the circuitry and stuff. Like, this is more designed as kind of an emergency battery. You get what I'm saying? Like, if the power goes out or something. But I mean, yeah, everything that Bluetti has is on sale. So like, if you want to have more capacity or something like that. Oh, let me fix my camera really quickly. Did that fix it? No, it did not. Okay. Brilliant. Here, I'll go over here for now. Oh yeah, fantastic for primitive camping. Like, you know, really anything you'd need for camping, except that it doesn't have enough power for an air conditioner. But it does 600 watt pure sine wave inverter. So that's, you know, easily like $50 to $100 there for the AC inverter. And what I really like about it too is that it has an input for a solar panel. So like, you don't have to go and buy the solar charger too. Like, it's built right in. And I think that was it. Yeah, and of course like the UPS too. And yeah, it does have the light built in too. Probably shouldn't have showed that off on screen. There we go. And it has this really nice digital readout. So like, the instant that you plug in a device, you know, like your CPAP or something like that, it'll tell you exactly how much time it has left. So you can really kind of gauge like whether or not you're going to have to go and charge it with solar or something like that. And it'll show you like how much power each device is consuming. So, you know, like, really useful. Like, we've really enjoyed it. And not an incredibly large package. It doesn't have, you know, an incredible capacity, but, you know, probably like 10-15 pounds or so. Like, really easy to carry around, has a built-in carrying candle and everything. Like, highly recommended for I think $200 on sale right now. Hold on, let's see. Oh yeah, fantastic in a rolling blackout too, like for the summer. Not gonna power your portable window air conditioner or anything, but I mean, for us, it's all we'd really need. And I mean, one idea for people that do any camping, like what we do right now is we have another array of marine batteries that we use as, you know, when we go camping. If we're gonna do like a long, like 5-day primitive camping trip, we take the, I don't know what is going on with my camera here. EB3A, I believe it is. Let me check right here. I know it's the EB3A. And we actually got it on sale for about $200 like 5 months ago or so. I think it was probably like $220 or so. But like, there were some, it was like things going on. I'm just gonna share my screen for now since my camera is not working. One thing I'd recommend, Ripstop, is to use Camel to see like if it's an actual good deal or not. So let me go back to the EB3A Bluetti. There we go. Yeah, so it's right here. Let me plug that into, this will tell you the price history. So it did go down to, on a third party, so I don't, for some reason it isn't displaying this as an Amazon product, but on a third party the lowest price was $209 back in May. So you're still beating that price today. So, I mean, I'd say it's a really good deal. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna try to get this camera working. So that one's working, but this one is not. Yeah, but if you have like any other parts, computer parts that you'd like me to look at, you know, feel free to drop them in chat. You should be able to drop links in chat. Let's see. Yeah, third party, that's what Drama for Mom was saying, like $209 for a third party used Bluetti back in May, versus today on Prime Day it's $200 brand new, you know, right straight from Amazon. Oh yeah, definitely. Like, I just found out about it like a week or so ago. Very useful, honestly, because like they'll claim that they have a deal, right? Even though they don't actually have a deal. Like they do those sneaky things where right before they're ready to do a promotion, they'll increase the price for like a day and then lower it. And you know, like some people on Amazon can be like really sneaky. Looks like the camera's back online. Awesome. Yeah, typically they do come with thermal paste. Like just pre-applied. All you have to do is take off the just take off some plastic wrap, and then you can just install it right then and there. I mean, if not, like some Arctic Silver will cost only like $10 or so. Like I had to pick some up when I was, you know, redoing a laptop just to increase its performance. Yep, never know if it's real. Yep, that's definitely the case. Everything that we're buying on Prime Day today has all been like checked through Camel. Alright, it looks like that they've kind of tuned my algorithm a bit too to actually show me computer parts, so let's see. Let's see all the deals in computer parts and accessories. I know they do have the Apple Watch on sale for 30% off. The Apple Watch Series 8, so like the 41-inch version, you can pick that up for, I believe, $280, which is about in line with how much you'd pay for, I think, a 45-inch Apple Watch SE. So, you know, if you want more performance, that would definitely be worth it. I mean, obviously they have a ton of deals on TVs and stuff like that, you know. Those things are just really cheap to produce and really easy to put on really large discount. We bought a smart light switch. Oh yes. Yeah, that's one thing that we actually decided to pick up. They were off-brand, but I think they're gonna work pretty well. Like, they allow you to like integrate your actual lighting switches in with your Home Assistant or your Google Home or things like that. Like it all works on Smart Life, and like we got 4 switches for I think less than $50. So like we're gonna be able to put like a lot of devices and stuff onto our network, which we're excited about. Yeah, I definitely recommend that. I think power supplies are something that people kind of disregard a lot. Like they're just they don't realize, I guess, how integral it is to your system. Like, you know, once your power supply fails on your server, then you're going to be like, well, crap, why didn't I upgrade it? So, you know, definitely a good idea to do some preventative maintenance there. And, you know, Ripstomp, a lot of them are locked to the cloud, but I mean, I think there's some services like that work on Bluetooth and like other frequencies. Like I'm not too familiar with it, but I think it's called Z-Wave or something. Yeah, let's see. I could be completely wrong. But yeah, I think the Z-Wave devices are like linked only to your network. And it doesn't require like a 2.4 gigahertz connection and stuff, which can be nice. I mean, I've never tried them before, but I mean, I kind of wish though that when I started to design my smart home that I wasn't all about like the cloud services and stuff like that. I mean, what I really don't like Ripstop is when it's a walled garden, like when you purchase a product and it only works with like Amazon Alexa or something, because I like to be able to control my devices and Home Assistant and other things that kind of allow me to like write programs and stuff to control them. Um, the current one doesn't have SATA power connectors, so I've had to add adapters, which can cause fires. Yeah, I would say definitely it's worth the upgrade. Might as well not take the risk. I know some people always like to over exaggerate stuff, like, oh, if you put this connector in there, it's going to spontaneously combust and it's going to blow up your entire city. But, I mean, things like hard drives and stuff that have sensitive memories, like, it's never worth a massive risk. I know I'm kind of a hypocrite, though, as I told you that I have a 3-year-old refurbished drive in a RAID 0 array with 2 other drives, so I'm definitely taking a risk there, but, it really depends, I guess, on what data you have on it, too. Anyways, I know one other deal that I found that I'm not personally going to pick up, but I thought it looked pretty cool. It was a smart switch, but it had a touchscreen built in. Oh man, excuse me. It had a touchscreen built right into the switch. So, yeah, I think it was this one right here. Half off right now. They claim that it's 91% sold, but like 3 hours ago it said 88%. So, I wouldn't be too concerned about purchasing it immediately. But, this looked like a pretty cool product, to be honest with you. Like, you'd be able to go and control like multiple different devices on a single switch. I mean, sure, you could just control it with your phone, but I mean, kind of the home of the future vibes going on. Like, really, I don't know if anyone has really watched the show Eureka, but the main character had his, completely smart home, like back in 2008 or so. Like, it was a complete smart home, and he was able to talk to it and stuff. Like, it kind of reminds me of that. Really. I know we've had a smart thermostat by Emerson for like 6 years now, and I mean sometimes it doesn't sync properly. So like sometimes it'll show one temperature on the thermostat and a completely different temperature on the app. But like we've actually really liked it for the past 6 years. Really, you have watched it? Awesome. Yeah, no, the last time I watched it I was pretty young, but yeah, it was an awesome show, honestly. Yeah, but I mean, the convenience of being able to like just set the temperature from anywhere is worth it, because we have our thermostat like all the way upstairs in the hall. So like when we're downstairs, we don't want to have to walk all the way up the stairs to change it, And as Drama for Mobber mentioned, I would like to share this deal. I mean, I'm sure Ripstop, you're probably like, I don't want to add any more smart devices to my life. I don't need anyone else stealing my data and stuff, which, I completely understand, and it's kind of contradictory to the whole walled garden too. But one product that we just picked up was, let me pull it up quickly. It was this Blink floodlight camera. And what we like about this is that we used to have a floodlight, but it was on a timer or something, so that it was activated with motion for our backyard. So like if there was an intruder or someone like that, it would activate and kind of show us what was going on. But it was really difficult to turn on and off because it was on a certain timer delay or something. But what this Blink light allows us to do is control it all with an app. So it's just one button press to turn it on, one button press to turn it off. And it also records security clips, both to the cloud if you want it to, or it can also record it to a local pub if you set that up with Blink. And I mean, it's really nice just for, just security's sake. Like, we have a pool in our backyard, so we're kind of worried that, somebody might break in and try to pull like an insurance scam or something like that. Like, we've always been worried that they're going to try to blame their injury on us or something like that. So just having it record the clips of anyone that's, intruding into the backyard is a big thing for us. And, it also allows us to keep an eye on like the water level in the pool. So that, if we're on vacation or something, we can still run the pool pump without, potentially running it dry or something like that. And this is on sale for only $50. So, like, it gives you a 1080p camera with night vision capability, but it also has two, fairly bright LEDs that are built right into it. 1200 lumen, I believe. And, it lights up our entire backyard at night. So, we've been really happy with it so far. Like, I think for $50, you'd probably be hard-pressed to even find a floodlight for that, let alone a smart floodlight with a camera built in. So, yeah, we've been pretty stoked with that. Started watching Kyle XY. I'd have to check that out. I have not heard of that show before, but, I think old sci-fi shows, they're pretty charming, honestly. I know I want to watch, like, I think year 2002 a space or 2001 a Space Odyssey. Like, that's a movie we just don't really have enough time to sit down and watch like a 2-hour movie. Really, like, have I kind of sold you on it? The downside is that you have to use like the smart home app that is linked to the cloud, but there are advantages to that too. Like, if something terrible were to happen to your house, you'd have it automatically backed up to the cloud, so you'd be able to access those files from anywhere. And plus, like, if you're on vacation, you can stream right into your house to see what's going on. So, it's really good for peace of mind, honestly. Like, let me show you. The single Blink product is also on sale. That's just the one that we really wanted to pick up. I know we have the Blink doorbell too that we've been using for I think a year and a half, and this one works really well. And we've had some issues with it not using the house power that we have, but I think that's really kind of the way that it's set up with like the transformer and stuff. This is only, I think, actually no, this one is half off too. I'm more comfortable having a camera connected when it's outside my house. Oh yeah, like we purchased last Prime Day the indoor Blink cameras, and we have not really used them at all. We have one that's facing outside of a window so that we can view our lawn, without having to get up on a ladder and try to install an outdoor camera. But yeah, we haven't really felt that comfortable just leaving it on recording us. Like, we kind of still feel like, maybe it's Amazon, I don't know what they'd have to do with looking at us in our living room, but, I just don't like the idea of, like, a hacker trying to be able to see me, like, in my living room, Smart TV that's free, but it displays ads and cameras and mics to watch and listen to. See, it's not really... It's free monetarily, but they're definitely going to recoup that cost somewhere. And that's going to be by selling your personal data and showing you every ad in the world and making sure that, if you had a conversation with your family about, oh, I'm looking at, a new Ford F-150 truck, then you can guarantee that every single commercial you'll see on that TV is all about Ford F-150 trucks. Like, I know that's kind of cynical, but that's what a lot of companies do, Yeah, and Drama for Mama is talking about, like setting up routines with smart lighting and stuff. Like, you can do some really detailed stuff. Like, if you have like a dimmable bulb, you could have it ramp up the brightness slowly as you're trying to wake up, so it'll kind of simulate like, the sun rising or something like that. Yeah, I'm sure some people would be like, free TV, give it to me. Like I'm a college student and I'm home right now for summer, and like whenever you're walking to class, there's like this really central road that everyone walks on, and like all these different orgs and companies and stuff are all set up around that road, and they're all trying to give you something for free, right? But they always want you to sign something or join their organization or vote for this person. It's ridiculous, but they all have their merchandise, and it's kind of a joke that a college student will take anything for free, free food, free t-shirt that you're never going to wear again, as long as I can get something for free. I think the more years you live, the more, I guess, keen you get to whether something is truly free. Yeah, but anyways, let me try to get like the entire Blink display. Like that was the big deal that we were pretty happy about, and we even got this deal before Black Friday. We even got this deal before Prime Day, and we were pretty stoked, honestly. Motorcycles, okay. I'm so happy that this is basically turned into a CAPTCHA stream. And it looks like I did it incorrectly. Beautiful. See, I'm really bad with these because I'm like, there might be a little bit of motorcycle or whatever in there, but I don't personally think it's enough to click it, but the computer does. Yeah, so here's that Blink floodlight camera that I was showing you earlier. Let me pull up the link to that quickly. Yeah, I mean, it's honestly, really high quality. Like, I was pretty surprised with the quality because, some of the Blink stuff is kind of flimsy, but this is definitely not flimsy. Like, it is built to last. I mean, there are a ton of other Blink deals, too. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, I think that this is displaying all the Prime deals. Like, you could get a set of 4 outdoor cameras for $140. That doorbell that I was talking about for half off. The Blink Mini for half off too. I mean, if you don't want to have it pointed at your living room or whatever, you can always point it at a window, so you don't have to install an outdoor camera. Or what we do is, we just keep it turned off most of the time, but when we head out for a vacation or something, we just set it up to look at our room so that we can keep an eye on our dog. Like if we're going out for a night or so, we just keep it pointed at our dog just to make sure that, nothing's going wrong there. Do more things go on sale throughout the 2 days, or is it all listed? I believe some of the lightning deals, Nerdy Organist, kind of churn over throughout the throughout the 2 days, but I think like the bulk of the deals is probably pretty much set in stone. Like I'm pretty sure like this Blink deal that I'm showing you right now will last the rest of the 2 days, and probably won't change. I do too, honestly, and sometimes we get it. Like, it's on rare occasions, but sometimes you get that 2-day delivery, and it's like the nicest thing in the world. But half the time we accidentally order from someone that isn't sold and shipped from Amazon. So like we're buying from a third-party service, and you definitely notice it because they sit on it for like 2 days, and then it takes super long to ship, and then when you get it, it's like broken or something. It's like we even ordered one like piece of clothing from a third-party company a while ago, and we never got it. Like, it just got completely lost in transit or something, and luckily they gave us a refund, but I mean, it was pretty annoying, honestly. Let's look through the lightning deals. Speaking of lightning deals, let's see if there's anything that catches our fancy here. Let's see, where are they even? One thing, Prime Day is kind of difficult to navigate, honestly. And then sometimes you think that you're getting a Prime Day deal, but it isn't, Let's see. I'm just gonna search lightning deals here. There we go. So it's called Buzzworthy Deals this year. 50% off Ring cameras. You know, we haven't tested them yet, but oh, we bought the INIU portable charger in March, and it's great. Yeah, it is definitely a great charger. Yeah, definitely over. I agree with you, Ripstop. I mean, sometimes I just kind of say, like, this is what I want for Prime Day, and I'm only going to look at this. Like, this Prime Day, I was primarily interested in, like, smart home stuff, and we just, you know, found a good deal on it and just got it over with pretty quickly. I mean, we've even discovered stuff that we didn't even know existed, you know. But, yeah, as Drama for Mama was saying, like, we were looking at this INIU portable charger earlier, and, you know, we have one from the same brand name, and I mean, it's been rock solid, you know, for the past 3 months or so. I mean, where I found that it was really overwhelming was when I was looking at battery packs earlier on this stream. Like, there is just... I'm gonna swap out my battery here. I forgot that I had jazz playing too. I don't know, do you guys like the jazz or not? Okay, kind of lost my mouse there for a second. I did not know what the heck was going on. Okay, let me close out some of my tabs really quickly. Getting a bit too overwhelming. You can't really hear the jazz. Oh boy. Here, I'm gonna have to turn my microphone up a bit. There we go. Alright, so looks like they have some deals on Kindle readers too. Might be something interesting to look at. I know I wanted... There's like this product called the Remarkable that has an e-ink display, and you can, you know, write on it just like you do with an iPad. I think that's an interesting product, but I just don't know if I would want to spend that much money on it. Like, this one is 25% off here for this Kindle Scribe, apparently, but still for $260, like, I'd probably just be much happier with an iPad because, I mean, you can do a lot more with an iPad. Like, it has a real screen, you know, stuff like that. But, still something to look at, you know. They also always have vacuum cleaners on sale, like, you know, just so many different vacuum cleaners. I know we've been pretty happy with our Tyneco vacuum cleaner that we purchased last Black Friday. But, I mean, there are just... yeah, so many different options, you know. I've always wanted an e-ink reader, but yeah. And you'd think that it would cost less, right? Because it doesn't have that full color, full frame rate screen, but nope, it is always more expensive, which is just amazing, you know. Hold on, I wanted to look at this again. Yeah, so the paperweight, like they're 6.8 inch, like really tiny little things, smaller than an iPad mini, is still $90. Like, you know, you could get a used iPad mini 3 for like $50 nowadays, you know, and that would do a lot more for you. Let's see. I'll probably take a look at like the vacuums off stream. We've been kind of trying to look for like a steamer vacuum, you know, but these are kind of a bit too expensive, to be honest with you. Like, typically they have better deals on Black Friday, I think, for the vacuum cleaners. I look like actually reading printed. I know, like, I wish that I kind of splurge on that, but I can't justify it because I already have an iPad Air that I use for school, and I'm just like, you know, it just doesn't really seem, I don't know. You get what I'm saying? Like, it just, if I'm getting a device that, you know, technically does less, Although I'd be a lot more focused with it. I mean, I don't know. Tyneco Steam Mops, that brand is getting oh yeah, I know. Like, we paid $110, I think, for our Tyneco mop that we bought back in November of 2022, and I mean, it's a nice product, but I mean, I would not spend more than $110 on, a little stick vacuum. Like, I think it's kind of a bit ridiculous. Let's see, anything else that catches my eye? We'll go and look through the PC component section again. I mean, that's why I went on and did this stream, so I want to see if there's like a deal that I'm missing, but it looks like there's only about 9 deals or so on CPUs. Like, I kind of would have expected more on that. So kind of disappointing in that regard. I was looking through the motherboards just to see if I could part out a system. Okay, Fire tablets. I know I haven't really spent a ton of time looking at the Fire devices. We used to actually have one. Like, before we bought an iPad or anything like that, we were Fire people. And it was pretty cool. But it just didn't really have like the power and stuff of the iPad. But as an e-reader, like, I think that would be a perfect e-reader, just to stick in your backpack or whatever, and take your textbook with you, without having to go and like purchase an entire iPad or something just to read textbooks or something like that. Hold on, my camera does not want to cooperate today. I remember I always had issues with this DSLR when I used to stream a lot, actually, many years ago, and then I just kind of stopped. But I have an 8 and 10 amazing. All right. Two. Back. Amazing for watching movies. Yeah, I'm sure they would be. Like, I know my iPad that I have is a lot better for watching like YouTube videos and stuff, but for some reason I always resort back to my phone. I don't know why. I guess it's just more convenient or something, but I always find myself, looking at that tiny little phone as my iPad is sitting right on my table, and I'm like, why do I not just use the iPad? It just make a lot more sense. What about mice? They seem to go on sale at this time. Yeah, well, let's check out motherboards really quickly, just kind of in the scheme of computer building. For motherboards, I have always not wanted to spend more than like $100. Maybe that's why my systems are sometimes unreliable, and they sometimes burn up, but I'm just like, I don't want to waste my money on a motherboard, This one claims it was $150. Intel 11th and 10th gen Intel, so it doesn't even support the latest generation products. And yeah, not a good deal in my opinion, but I'm sure somebody else would look at that and say, wow, $300 for a motherboard, how cheap. But nah, not me. I buy Fire tablets when they're cheap and use them to remote control things like OBS and X32 sound mixer. Okay. I've always wanted to, like, we got an old Android tablet, or it wasn't actually old at the time, but like when I purchased my cell phone last year, they gave us like a complimentary tablet or whatever. I don't actually think it was complimentary. I think we got ripped off, but anyways, we got this tablet, and I mean, I've really wanted to use it to like control things on my computer, but the last time I looked at that stuff a few years ago, like, it was all very kind of primitive, like you couldn't really do a lot with it. So, I mean, I would like to check that out, honestly. Like, that's the perfect thing to do with an old iPad, or like an old iPad, old tablet, something like that. Let's look at this deal. $273. Mini ITX board, but it's an Asus ROG Strix, so I guess that's the brand name that everybody likes, right? Touch Portal. You know what? I'll actually have to look into that, because I have been wanting to find something that'll work. But I've never really like spent a lot of time looking. Thanks for the recommendation, man. Thanks, Nerdy Organist. I will definitely look into that. Because right now I'm kind of, you can probably tell that I'm kind of laboring over my OBS because I didn't set up any, oh, sorry about that. I didn't set up any hotkeys or anything, so right now I have to go and like peck around to try to switch the scenes and stuff. Yeah, so this one, I'm not going to look at it because it's too expensive. Let's see, $120 for an MSI Meg Z590, so I believe Z590 is going to work with your Intel boards, but this only goes up to 11th generation, so not going to be the most compatible board on the market. What I'm specifically trying to find is 12th gen here. Okay, so you have to go all the way up to LGA 1700 for a 12th generation board. I know what I'm personally thinking about is building a micro ATX system for school, because I want to be able to bring my computer back and forth, but I really don't like the idea of having to haul like this massive ATX system that I have right now. So hopefully I find a good deal on it. Yeah, my budget is about probably, I wish to spend under $500, but I don't think that's possible for the system that I'm looking at. Because here's kind of the dilemma with building a computer. It's that you always want to get something that is more powerful than what you have right now. Like, and specifically for me, I want to upgrade the class of it. So right now I'm in a 8-core CPU with 32 gig of RAM, which is a powerful system, right? And although it's older, I mean, it's still powerful. It has a lot of, it's like saying I have a V8 motor. Like, yeah, it might be a 1972 Buick Riviera, but it still has a V8 in it, like it's still a nice motor. So, yeah, I could upgrade to, V6 that has 300 more horsepower, but, I'm still not in that same class. It isn't going to sound the same. It isn't going to feel the same. So for me, I want to at least get a 12-core CPU, but then it's like I'm going to be spending a lot more, and it's kind of a dilemma, honestly. The motherboard that's coming with my combo is an Asus Prime B450 Micro AT. And honestly, that's what I want to look at. Like, I want to find a nice small board that has a lot of, at least like Wi-Fi 6, at least like 1 or 2 USB Type-C ports, or preferably Thunderbolt ports. I think that would be really nice to be able to control or like hook up a display or something directly to the back of my board without having to worry about HDMI, DisplayPort, things like that. Let me look at that. Let's see if it's actually on sale for a second. The place where I work has 15-plus-year-old computers. They all work fine considering all they do is run Office. Yep, and people are always thinking that, if their computer is more than 5 years old, then it's obsolete and they need to get a new one. And, it depends on what you do with it, right? I think the only big concern at this point is that Microsoft has decided that they want to create a massive e-waste problem in the world by not supporting anything greater than, I think, 7th generation Intel and 2nd generation AMD Ryzen, which I think is ridiculous. I made a video about it back 2 years ago when Microsoft made this decision with Windows 11, but the specs to actually run Windows 11 are incredible. It's just like you have to build a whole new system just to upgrade, in most cases. That's actually one of my considerations, because right now I am on a system, I am on Windows 11 as you can see, but I'm on a system that shouldn't technically be running Windows 11. I have a 1st gen Ryzen, so I'm kind of I'd like to be able to natively run it, without trying to hack it. But I think it's just ridiculous that Microsoft is just in 2025, which is right around the corner if you think about it. They are going to not support Windows 10, so like millions and millions of computers are just not going to receive any support anymore. Like, it's honestly a shame. Like, I'm sure a lot of people will be switching to Linux in 2 years, because they need to still have that support. Anyways, let me take a look here. So you had an Asus Prime B450. I do notice this one that is $20 off. Don't know if it's exactly what you need. This is, I think this is probably an ATX board though. It does not look like a micro ATX, so never mind about that. Oh, you're still running Windows 7. I mean, if you're not, looking at websites that will give you viruses and stuff, I mean, like the big concern about running an older system is just security updates, So, I mean, if you're only really sticking to using the applications that you do, and I mean, especially if it's an offline system, then, I mean, there's no reason to upgrade. Like, unless you're trying to add like a expansion card that needs Windows 10 or something, then I could see why. But I mean, if all the computers, the 15-year-old computers that you have at work are just all they're doing is word processing and light web browsing and stuff, I mean, yeah, I don't really see the need. I guess it comes down to, like what information is on it, what tasks are you doing that might compromise security, But for me though, it's always been, if I'm not on the latest, and I'm okay with not being on the latest hardware, but it really bugs me to not be on the latest software. Like I have really bad FOMO. Like the instant Apple releases their new beta software, like iOS 17 or whatever, like I have to upgrade. Even if I'm on like a 4-year-old iPhone, I'm still just like, no, I gotta upgrade because I gotta see the new features, even if they're not really that good, but I still have to see them. Anyways, let's see. One thing that is new to me right now is off-brand motherboards. Like, I knew that these have existed for a really long time on like AliExpress and stuff, but I have never seen an off-brand board on Amazon before. But I mean, you could pick yourself up a motherboard that would support, I guess, up to 3rd gen Ryzen without a BIOS update. By Maxsun, never heard of them before. DDR4 memory, let's see, USB 3.1, currently on sale for 20% off, now it's 64, it was $80, so I mean, pretty good deal, but I mean, you're only getting, 2 slots of memory, only 1 PCI Express slot. I mean, yeah, it's a limited board, but I mean, I've never really considered something like that before. Yeah, let's see. So I looked up Asus Prime B450. I want to see the board that you're looking at, but I mean, all it's showing me is like screws and stuff. I don't understand what's going on. Hold on. Asus Prime B450 M. Hold on 1 second. Let's see if I can find it. I mean, what the heck? What the heck, Amazon? Oh, there it is. Okay. Say right off the band name. Like I guess I might as well show you. Might as well be worth the effort here. Is my phone dead? Hold on 1 second. I have a secondary camera on my phone. And I would like to use it very quickly. Looks like it is not operable. Beautiful. But it says on air, so I'd assume that that's operable. Okay, anyways, never mind about that. I was just saying that this XP system that I was telling you about earlier is running an Asus board, and I mean, we used that board for years and years and years, and booted it back up recently, able to encode videos that, high resolution, for the time, upload them to a server. Like, it's doing a ton of work, and I mean, it's just been a flawless motherboard, like, no issue at all. I had an MSI board and that burnt up literally, like the VRMs, that control the voltage to the CPU just blew up while I was trying to render a video. I have an ASRock motherboard in my system right now. I mean, no real complaints about it. Like, it's been working great. I mean, I ask a lot out of my systems, but I mean, nothing I think has really paralleled the Asus experience overall. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, what I would look for personally is at least like a USB-C port, and I mean, you might not need it at all. I mean, I don't think this has one. What I actually like about this, though, to be honest with you, is the D-sub, the VGA port, and the DVI. I've been talking for too long, and the DVI port. Like, it's nice having those legacy ports on systems, and a PS2 port too. Like, if your keyboard goes out and you need to hook up a PS2 keyboard, or I mean, if you get a monitor, like I've done this in the past. I've gone to the Goodwill, and sometimes you'll get a really freaking good deal on a monitor at the Goodwill, but it'll only support DVI or something. Like, you'd be screwed if you didn't have a video card that had a DVI port on it, but just having that built into the board is really nice, honestly. And I mean, this has even faster USB too, so that's nice. Current system has a trouble with its USB 3 ports, and yeah, that's definitely a reason to upgrade too. Like, there's so many advanced USB devices that just take up so much bandwidth, and having a nice reliable USB controller is a godsend, honestly. Like, oh goodness, what have I done? I think that I screwed up my thing. Hopefully you can still hear me. But like right now I am using a Camlink 4K to capture this webcam, and I'm also using USB to capture all the audio and send the audio to my headphones and stuff. Like, I rely on it so much. I mean, it's definitely a consideration. I mean, I guess that kind of heckens back to the idea about cheap motherboards. Maybe it's worth it spending a bit more just to make sure that you're getting a reliable USB controller. Oh my goodness, yeah, I can imagine that would be rough. And I mean, I kind of have a confession, honestly. I have a really, really old SD card, like a super old 4GB SD card that I run my entire YouTube channel on. I don't know how I do it, but I mean, I had another one, but it actually got stolen, kind of accidentally. I mean, I was doing like a production with a friend, and he accidentally got my SD card and never gave it back. But anyways, so I mean, trying to use that super slow card is just really rough. Yeah, so I mean, I think that you're the one that's really in need of an upgrade here. Like, my computer does everything I need it to. I mean, it doesn't run the games the fastest. It could be more reliable. There's a lot of things, but I mean, if you're dealing with USB 2.0 and stuff, like, that's definitely worth an upgrade. Anyways, I know Drama for Mama, like 10 minutes ago or so, mentioned taking a look at some gaming accessories, so I think we might as well do it. I'm going to switch back to Facecam here. Friend, yes. Yeah, you know the story. Goodness. I say gaming accessories, and there's already 71% off of this EVGA X20 gaming mouse. Don't know anything about EVGA, to be honest. Or I know EVGA, but I've never seen their gaming products before. Looks like quite a hot rod, to be honest. I had a mouse just like this. It cost me $5, but I mean, not the best looking one in the world. And it has a micro USB port on it. But I mean, it might be worth $20. I'm gonna go ahead and place the order before I would recommend it. I mean, yeah, I think that you're probably not gonna find any better deals, honestly. Like $220 to have, you know, Ryzen 5. I mean, that's going to be a massive upgrade for you. And it looks like a pretty solid motherboard too. I mean, Asus is a solid brand name. And I think you're going to be really happy with AMD too. I mean, I honestly recommend it. You know, and I actually saw their ad, and I've never really looked at it, but I was kind of looking at it today. About like get $200 off or something if you apply for the Prime Visa. It actually looked like a pretty good deal. Let it pay off over 12 months. I mean, that's a pretty attractive offer, honestly. I might have to consider that. Yeah, technically my computer is like the most, you know, raveled together thing you could imagine. Like I was telling you earlier about that NAS that I put together. Well, yeah, my NAS is also my workstation, and my workstation is also my gaming computer because it all runs under one system. I'm actually using Proxmox. I don't know if you've heard of that before, but that allows you to do like really low level virtualization. And I mean, it works pretty well. I pass through like all my USB devices and my like my video cards and stuff, and I mean, I enjoy it, but I mean, it was pretty difficult to set up, so there's that. Let's actually see if this EVGA mouse is a good deal. Give me 1 second. Oh, wrong website again. Oop, wrong thing there. Oh yeah. I mean, it was back in May $25. Right now it's going for let's see. And actually, you know what? Let me look up the AMD Ryzen 5 I'm gonna look up your combo really quickly just to throw it through camel. 3 camels there, can't forget the third one. Yeah, for some reason my Amazon does not show me that combo deal that you were talking about, but I mean, yeah, if you throw it through camel, that'll actually tell you, like, you know, the price history of it, just to see if you're like truly getting a good deal. But I mean, yeah, I would recommend you pick it up. Yeah, so if anyone is interested in an Amazon Prime card offer, just read the message that Nerdy Organist just sent in chat. Looks like a pretty good deal, honestly. You might try it out. Because I know we do enough shopping on Amazon already. It's ridiculous. Like, stores have just gotten so expensive and stuff. Like, it's always the default answer. You know, like, you know, if you can't find something or you don't want to drive 30 minutes or whatever, it's always just, you know, we'll just buy it on Amazon. We'll just look on Amazon. So, I mean, yeah, and having a card there that we'd use only for Amazon might not be a bad idea. So definitely something to consider this Prime Day. Okay, you have it at Micro Center. Okay. That's actually, before I end the stream, I'm going to check Micro Center very quickly. Alright, let me do it actually. I would like to see. Yeah, this does actually look like it's it. At least it comes with the Wraith cooler. Let's see. Tough Prime. Okay. Well, I would say, at least based on what I've been able to find, I'd say 220 is a great deal. Like, I'd say that's a bar. It might be due to like my location and stuff, but I mean, for me, it's just playing the lowest option at like $300. So, I mean, I'd go for it. Let me put it in camel quickly, just to see what it says. Yeah, so you can see that just back in March, it was $306 on Amazon. Right, my face cam is kind of not showing it, but it was like $306, and then they did a price drop to about $290 or so, and I mean, if you're gonna get it for $220, then I mean, yeah, you're getting probably like easily a $300 product there, so definitely worth it. Alright, so before I end out, I know I didn't really see any fantastic deals on Newegg. I'll probably look at that a bit more off stream, but I would like to see if like Micro Center itself has any good deals. Let's see. So it's gonna show me like, you know, gaming accessories and stuff. Don't really want to see that. Would like to look at computer parts though. New, there we go. Not showing me the right thing. Hold on. PC parts. Let's look at the Intel CPUs really quickly. Yeah, so they do have some discounts going on. I remember there was this big controversy about Newegg, and I mean, it was a little dollop. I didn't really pay attention because I was so busy at the time. But is this little thing in my mind like, don't buy from Newegg, but I didn't really remember exactly what it was. But I know some people were getting like DOA products, or they weren't even receiving the product at all, and like it was pretty bad for some people, I remember. So definitely something to consider too. Like typically we've, even like years and years ago, we've always just defaulted to Amazon, like because we know we're gonna get the best overall experience there. Well, I can say that Amazon's price for that Alder Lake is competitive. Like the Alder Lake i7 12700KF is $220 on Amazon right now, and on Micro Center it is $290. So I would recommend looking there. And I mean, we already saw that the Ryzen CPU that I was considering was a lot more expensive on eBay, so let's see if the Intel i12700KF, let's see how much they want for that here. Yep, $290. So yeah, definitely save you about $70 for that processor on Amazon. I believe it's Sennheiser 599 SEs right now. Like they're open back, so it makes it so that like the audio and stuff really sounds like, you know, it's more of a room encompassing thing. Like you can hear the background sounds of the room and stuff. And I've really liked them so far. Like they get nice and loud, like they're really easy to drive and stuff. But I mean, they provide a very neutral sound. Like it's not like buying a Bose headphone or something that's gonna like really increase your bass and stuff like that. It's just a very like, you know, neutral sound that, you know, you can EQ in more, low end, mids, highs, stuff like that. And I mean, they're very comfortable too. Like if I, oh goodness, I am so sorry. That was some feedback on my microphone. Sorry about that. It happens to me all the time, but I have to consider that other people are listening. That's one downside to them if you use them to monitor your audio. Anyways, no, they're very light. Have very nice foam padding on the top, and what I really like is the felt pads that they have on your ears. So like your ears just fit right in, and I mean you can keep them on for hours and hours, and I mean, really no issue at all. Like even AirPods. I have some AirPods that I use when I'm at school, and they'll get really uncomfortable in your ears after a while. Like really like dry, or they get like wet, and it's just, yeah, they bother your ears. But these, they're fine. Philips SHP 9500. I've actually never really seen many headphones from Philips before. Like I typically stick with I mean, I've only bought 2 headphones in my life. I do have them over here. The Audio-Technica ATH M40X, I believe. These were a really great pair, but they are definitely not as comfortable as the Sennheisers that I have on right now. I should wear these when I'm live streaming though. I mean, these just, they sound fantastic. I mean, for like the $120 price point or so, like they are definitely fantastic. Yeah, let's see. I mean, I think this is about what I paid for my Sennheisers. I think if you were to buy these new, they're like $200 or something. Like they're a bit overpriced in my opinion. But I mean, for like $100, I got them for Black Friday, and I mean, they've been great. They're just, yeah, open backs are nice and comfortable. I mean, it doesn't get too hot under your ears and stuff. Like it's a nice all around experience. Yeah, I mean, for monitoring a headphone though, you definitely want a closed back, because like it leaks sound. So like you'll get close to the microphone and it'll start doing that that feedback that you heard earlier, and it can really hurt your ears, honestly. Show us your vintage. All right, let's do it. I actually do I have them? Yes, right here. I did 2 videos about these. First one did okay, the second one actually did pretty well. These are Realistic Nova 40s, which were sold, I think, by Radio Shack back in the late 70s or so. Not great headphones, to be honest with you, but they are cool, honestly. Like, it has the, I think it's like a 2.5 inch jack, not completely sure, that fits right into my mixer board here. And I mean, they are big and bulky, and like honestly, they're probably designed for like ham radio or something like that, for people to like listen on the radio and stuff. But I mean, they're a cool piece, honestly. Yeah, definitely well before I was born too. Like definitely back in the day. And I'm sure people were not listening to their vinyl records with these either. They were listening to like really serious communication. Let me put them on. I mean, it is humorous that, like, 40-year-old headphones, you just plug them in and they just start working. I mean, they're very tinny, honestly. It's just like you're listening through a tin can, but they work. Like, and I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, but anyways, how do I look? Do I look like I'm about to talk on a ham radio or something? Yeah, if you think about it, this is kind of like a little radio show that I've been doing. Anyways. You guys have anything, like any other deals or anything that you'd like me to check out on Amazon Prime? I know I have not live streamed in so long. My voice is starting to really get strained, so I think it's probably about time that I start wrapping things up. But I wear glasses and some headphones causes pain. You know what really causes pain with glasses? This right here. This is the Oculus Quest 2, or really any VR headset for that matter. I love this thing. Like, I love playing VR games and stuff, but, I mean, the only thing that really takes me out of using it, like, every single day is, oh, you're welcome, Ripstop. I'm really glad that you enjoyed it. Like, I was worried that nobody would show up, you know, to be honest with you, because the last time I live streamed was like 3 years ago, and it took me so long to build up an audience that, I mean, I was like, you know, if I just go and do a stream, you know, no one will show up. But I mean, I was so glad to have, you know, 3 people hang out, you know, Amazon Prime Day, look at some deals. It was a really good time. No, but getting back to what I was saying, you have to have your glasses on when you put on a VR headset. Because the optics will like lose quality even with, like, you know, bad vision. So they do have a little insert that you can put in to add the glasses, but it's still just, it jams it right up to your face and it gets really uncomfortable after a while. But yeah, glad to hear that too, Nerdy Organist. Had some really nice conversations, honestly. And yeah, I was glad that you all showed up and hung out. No, but yeah, this, with glasses, this is a difficult thing to wear. Like, I know it probably sounds kind of crazy, but I mean, the 2 reasons why I'm considering, you know, ditching my glasses and getting contacts or like LASIK surgery or something is, number 1, I hate cleaning them because I'm always worried I'm going to scratch them, and number 2, VR. Like, if I could just have contacts where I wouldn't have to worry about, you know, putting on glasses, changing them, taking them off, that would honestly be really nice, because I think I'd use it a lot more. Because, like, if you stay in VR for many hours, like, it just gets pretty uncomfortable after about 30 minutes. But, yeah, any other products you'd like to look at? Any other tips? Or is that about it? Let me take a sip of my water. Yeah, like, it does degrade the quality. Like, I mean, my vision isn't, like, too terrible to begin with, but, I mean, yeah, it does get blurry, especially if you're looking at text, which is already blurry in VR. Like, if you don't have your glasses on, like, it's not a great experience. Yeah, you'd think that they'd be able to fix it, but nope. Your solution is, you know, a 30-cent little plastic piece that you jam into the headset, and then you just jam it right on. And I mean, let me actually show you quickly. Like, when you go to take it off, like, your glasses will stay on. Like, it's a very awkward experience, especially with these new glasses that I got. Like, you just put it right on, right over your glasses. Like, it really hurts your nose. You have to adjust it just so it doesn't hurt your nose so much. And when it comes off, your glasses come off right with it. Yeah, but you think since they have, you know, such control of the optics and stuff that they'd be able to adjust the image and stuff, but they don't do it. Before I go, I would like to show you, let's see. Actually, I don't know if my video, yeah, I guess my video cam is not working. But, yeah, the Blue Eddy, that I started right at the beginning of the stream is still going and charging up my battery pack for my camera. I would not have had a camera this stream if I didn't have this Blue Eddy sitting on my desk. Not sponsored in any way, of course, either, but, yeah, taking up 9 watts, charging that battery. It'll last me 11.9 hours left. Started at 74%, and after charging up the camera this stream, it is down to 55%. So, I mean, yeah, big reason for contacts, definitely. I was definitely considering contacts, but it was like, health insurance in the United States can be very confusing at times, so I didn't even know if I'd get them covered or not. So I said, maybe next year. But anyways, I think that I'm about ready to head out. So again, thank you all for hanging out. Very fun stream. It was actually better than I expected. I know I was, like I said earlier, a bit nervous that people wouldn't show up, but I was happy that, I had an audience. So, thanks for hanging out, thanks for listening, and, do I stream any VR games? Not currently, but I might try it. Is Video Ninja on the stream? It was for my phone. I did do that, I did do that a few years ago when I first got it, but, thinking about it, to be honest. Like, considering this stream went pretty well, I might actually, try to do some streaming on Twitch later on. I did have Video Ninja working for my phone, like when you saw me showing off, the Bluetti and stuff earlier, but, for this camera, it's connected directly via a capture card, but I can spin it right back up, actually, if it is working. It looks like it's a different link. Dang it. Oh no, yep, it's still working. Yeah, so this is currently on my iPhone right now. Like, you can see, this is the little setup that I have. And this is streaming all wirelessly, 60 frames per second. It's the front-facing camera, so it doesn't look great right now, but I mean, very little compression, honestly. Like, it works really well. And I can switch right to the back. It's all controlled by a web page too, so you don't have to purchase anything, don't have to install any software. All completely wireless. Like, it's a really good experience. There's like my Bluetti there, there's the headphones that I was showing off, and this hard drive. And here's that system that I was going to show off earlier with the Asus motherboard sitting there proudly. But anyways, any other questions? All right. Yeah, I don't know if I really did it justice, I guess, in the video. Like, what I should have done, now that I'm thinking about it, is I should have recorded the entire video on video, and then I could have shown off the, whatchamacallit, then I could have shown off the true performance of it. Yeah, but I'm sure, for church streams and stuff, I mean, I'm sure it could definitely help out. Just being able to add a wireless camera anywhere and just whip out your phone, put it on a battery pack, and just let it go. I mean, it's really good. And you can even integrate in, as many as you want. So, I mean, that's definitely another advantage. Yeah, I know. I mean, I fully embraced using technology as artwork here. So, I mean, these are even kind of some recent motherboards. This is Core 2 Duo, I think, and this one is an HP system from 2014. But yeah, I really packed it in with the technology, and a lot of people commented about the typewriter that I had before, so I decided to include that back into the set. And yeah, I think it turned out okay. I'm pretty happy with the set, but yeah, anyways, I think I'm going to head out. So again, thank you all for watching, and I wish you luck for the rest of Prime Day. Hopefully your computer build turns out great, Nerdy Organist, and I'm excited to hear back about that. And I mean, I might even do another live stream here on YouTube. Let me know if you'd like me to maybe do a few of these before I head back to school. But yeah, I'm gonna head out, so have a great rest of your week. You too, Ripstop. Bye bye.